Goodness. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm getting some puppy love. See that doggy right there? He's loving on me, and I'm very happy about it. And I love him, too. I do. But if we're kind of wobbling back and forth, it's because he's very enthusiastically licking my arm, and it's rocking the chair. Oh, he's such a good boy. Hey, when that puppy loves you, you've been loved. Yes. And you know you've been loved. So, okay, check it out. I colored my hair. It's kind of a mess right now, but you can still see it's a lot better than it was. How'd I get a dog here?
Well, I don't know. How did you get a dog here?
No, I love him, no. He decided to turn around for a while.
Yeah.
Because Mommy was talking about him, and he's embarrassed.
Yes.
Goodness. He's a rock star. I keep telling him he's the star of YouTube. So, he's the biggest dog on YouTube. They just don't know it yet. Oh, I got to show you what Bonnie got me, a late birthday present. Okay, check it out. I know it's backwards, but this dog mom belongs to, and way down here, Wolfie. And there's a picture of a Weimaraner on it. Weimaraner on it. That sounded funny. There's a picture of a Weimaraner because Wolfie's half Weimaraner. He's lab too.
A little bit.
But I tell you, there's a lot of Weimaraner in that dog. Yeah. He gets the buildup of fluid on the joints. He's got the knot on the top of his head. And he acts delicate legs, yeah. And he acts like a Weimaraner a lot. He's nervous and high maintenance and high strung and stubborn, and
he's a good boy. Good boy, Mom.
He was a good boy.
Yeah.
He's just a bit of a drama queen.
You should have seen him when he was about 4 months old.
He did bring the drama.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I'm telling you, that rotten dog. He's had us ever since we got him.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get him, he got us.
That's right.
I'm telling you now.
He was getting tired of waiting in that pound.
Yeah, he had to wait at the pound. And it wasn't nice and soft like his bed with Grandma. He's not going back there ever again. He says, no, thank you.
There.
Benny, you got anything you want to add on the video?
I just wish we did a little more today.
Only thing we did today was go out and go get me an iced tea and come right back home. Despite both of them trying to get me to go somewhere else. Valiant efforts, boys. Valiant efforts.
Yes, it's too high to run around.
Jessifer wanted to go over to gameplay to see what they had new or something. Whereas I had something that Mom would have been a little bit more inclined to do, which is me and Jessifer to get a shoot fizz and one of them be free. Which is a today only thing.
But I was a wicked witch.
She's going to melt if she doesn't do anything.
I said, we're going out tomorrow. I got to go grocery shopping. Pew! Dog fur.
Yeah,
That dog fur, though, you want to come back up? Did you get down? Do you have remorse?
Yes, I know we got stuff we got to do tomorrow, but that doesn't help with today's fizz thing.
I think he wants out, Chris.
In a second.
Didn't I drink right?
I think he wants to go pee. I do. But isn't this the cutest shirt? Have you ever seen anything cuter than that? That is so stinking cute.
He's a good boy.
I needed a shirt with my dog's name on it. Didn't know it, but I did. Look how long my hair's getting. What, that's pretty long considering I just shaved it 3 months ago.
Yeah.
With an actual flipping razor.
Yeah. Come on, puppy.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go to the salon and get it trimmed up.
Yeah.
Or I could just shave it again.
Oh, that's how I do that.
Nah. I like it about this length.
Yeah.
And if it's shaped, if I get it like shaped and trimmed up, it won't stick up so weird. But anyway, come on, Chris.
Oh, let me pause. Sorry, I forgot. I thought Ben wasn't ready yet.
Ben's always ready. You were born ready, weren't you, Ben?
I was
Ben is
ready for
always
this.
behind. Ben is always behind. He's always, well, let me go get ready. Isn't he?
You know I
He's
have
the
to
last
give
one
all.
out the door.
Always.
He's ready.
You know I have to
Usually
give all
baby
y'all a hard
keep waiting.
time, right?
Right.
Probably, you're right.
Go potty, little boy.
Look at this.
Go on, go potty.
What do you think? Pretty? I like that it's red glitter.
Go potty, bud.
It's very fancy. I don't know why I didn't go for a spring color. I got my toes done too, and they are like a pale creamsicle orange, but it's pale. And actually, if I had it to do, I love that color. That's one of my favorite colors. And if I had it to do over, I wouldn't get it because it's so close to the color of my skin that you can't really tell.
Oh boy.
But it's still there and it's pretty and I like it. But Bonnie took me, okay, well, let me start. It all started yesterday morning when I for once got out of bed. Because I'm so lazy. I never get out of bed early. But I decided I was going to do a little glow up. You know what that is. And so I got out of bed. And this is awful to admit. This is too much information. Skip ahead 20 seconds if you don't want to know. But I shaved my legs. And it was a chore. But I shaved my legs. I colored my hair. I gave myself a facial. And then I forgot to use moisturizer after I did that. So that had to wait till I got home. Took my shower. Wore a shirt I'd never worn before. Colored my hair, yeah. Put on a shirt I'd never worn before, kind of a fancy one. And went and got in the car and picked up Bonnie, who took me out and got me a manicure and a pedicure. So it was a fancy day. She also bought me a chicken sandwich because I was starving to death. And put gas in my car, so yay, Bonnie. Thank you for that. And then when we get back from her doing all those good things for me, in the mailbox was this shirt, which I am delighted with. So she really spoiled us yesterday. I just heard Ben say I'll let her know. Who's he talking to?
A woman. She's coming by now.
That was our soon-to-be former lawnmower.
I thought that was Barb. She waved at your window.
Yeah.
By the way, guys,
Yeah?
we already paid her for this week for her lawnmower.
Yeah?
She's gonna be the one who handles our lawnmower next week because the new lawnmower people, their mower is down at the moment. But
What happened?
once their mower is back up,
She'll
they'll
take
be the one who
control.
goes from there. But for this coming week, we're gonna have our familiar staff.
Well, she's enough to do moving.
Where are they moving to? I wonder if they're just moving trailers.
No.
They're moving.
Yeah, she bought a house.
Oh, good for her.
She's buying a house. Whatever.
I know you're thrilled with this content. This is thrilling content. Hearing about who's going to mow my lawn and where my neighbor's moving to. But, okay, so I will tell you about my pedicure. And everybody is going, oh, please don't. You know that right now. They're all out there.
People all over the world.
Going, no, please don't tell me about your pedicure. But I'm going to tell you about my pedicure. This is the first time that my regular manicurist ever gave me a pedicure. I didn't even know he did them because some of them won't do them,
Yeah.
But he does a few for clients, and only when they're doing it with their nails, their
Yeah.
fingernails. He won't just do a pedicure. He will not lower himself to doing just a pedicure. You have to be one of his regular clients, and you have to be getting a manicure with
Is
it.
he gay?
No, he's not. And anyway, so we're sitting there, and he decides to wash my feet. Now, I had just gotten out of the shower, and I knew he was going to be looking at my feet, so I scrubbed my feet real good. It's funny how you'll wash something knowing somebody else is going to be washing it. I do that with my hair when I go to the nail salon. I will wash my hair knowing full well that they're going to wash it when I get there. I don't care. I have to do it. I don't understand it, but I do. It's like the only time you wear your best underwear is when you're going to the doctor's and you know you're going to have to take them off. What
And
is that?
It's like your, oh crap, I lost it. Like your housekeeper's coming in, so
You got to pick up. You got to pick up because the housekeeper's coming. Don't want her to see how you really live. So I washed my feet real good yesterday morning. And, oh, by the way, I used one of them shower soothers.
Yeah.
It was so nice. It's, like Vicks.
Yeah.
Oh, cleared up my sinuses. It was so nice. But anyway, off topic. So I get there and he decides he's going to wash my feet. Now, a lot of them don't like wash your feet. They just put you in the water and wash them real good and soap them up, and that's it. But he washes your feet. He gives you a foot massage, and then he takes a little brush and lightly brushes all over your feet and up your ankles and up your legs. And then he rinses it off real good. And it felt pretty good, except for on the top of my feet, where it felt wonderful. And I would have been perfectly happy just to sit there the rest of the time and him brush the top of my feet. The top of my feet gets so itchy.
Yeah.
It felt really good to have them scratched with a soft brush.
I'm not real sensitive.
Yeah.
Anything touches them, they're painful.
Well, you would not have liked this because it went downhill from there.
Yeah.
It always does. He said, you said you don't like hot water, so I made the water cool. You tell me if it's too cold for you. And I stuck my feet into boiling hot lava. And I said, ow, it's too hot. And he's like, no, look, it's really cool. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's too hot for me. And he had to add a lot of cold water, and he was apologizing and everything. And then he did the thing where they put the lotion on your feet that dissolves the calluses, and it proceeded to burn the hell out of me.
Of course.
So I'm like, get it off, get it off, get it off. And he's like, your feet are so delicate. And then, what was he doing? Oh, then he put the hot paraffin on my feet. And I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And he's like, what is wrong with your feet? And I'm like, I'm a big sissy. I'm a wuss. I have delicate feet. And then Bonnie said something, I don't know, a few minutes later about me having a tattoo. And he said, you have a tattoo? You can't take hot water. How did you sit still for a tattoo? And I said, I told you, it's my feet. It's not any other part of my body. It's my feet. They're delicate. And they are.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're softer than a baby's butt. And all smooth. There ain't one little bit of dead skin. And he didn't have to trim my toenails, though, because I'd already done that.
Yeah.
He told me I cut them too short.
Yeah.
He's bossy.
Yes.
I like him. He's fun. We talked about restaurants and about going to the Brazilian steakhouse. And I think he's ready to go with us.
Yeah.
He's dying to try it. But every time he wants to try something new, his sons want to go to that. Ben, what's that restaurant? That Japanese steakhouse over there where the movie theater used to be?
I don't know.
Well, that was helpful. Thanks. We don't know the name. But there's a Japanese steakhouse, and he said, and it's expensive too. And I said, well, if you go to the Brazilian steakhouse, it's about $50 a person. He's like, I know that's a lot of feet and fingernails, you know? So, but they probably make pretty good money because they charge. You know, they charge.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes tips on top of his hourly.
Mm-hmm.
You know that word got plumb away from me. Hourly. Not owlery.
Hillary, that's where the
Owls live.
no, so it's where the bad guy werewolf.
Where the werewolf.
It's where the werewolves live, and the howlery.
A howlery. I was saying owlery.
Yeah, but you switched it to howlery.
I just can't talk English. You know, it's my first language. It's my only language. You know, people get so mad when they go to someplace and the people there are Mexican and they're speaking Spanish. And then they turn around and talk to you in English. And I'm like, they know 2 languages. How many do you know? How many are you fluent in?
Yeah.
Because they don't just know how to count to 10 like I do in Spanish,
Right.
or say gracias or something like that. They know the language and are fluent in it. So they've already got you beat there. So, you know, quit your bitching. And English is a hard language to learn, too.
Yeah. It doesn't even make sense to the native.
I know. There's people that have been speaking it since they were babies that don't know half of it. But I do get irritated, though. And this isn't racist, I don't think. And I'm sorry if it kind of is. But I get irritated when they put a Hispanic person who doesn't speak English well yet on a job like taking your order at a restaurant. Because you need to be able to communicate clearly. Or the other day we went through McDonald's and the guy that was changing the money, you know, taking your payment, couldn't even tell you the numbers. He had to do this, you know, and he had no business dealing with the public till he learned it better.
At least.
And I'm not saying that's because he's Mexican. I'm saying because he couldn't communicate well enough to do the job properly. So
Somebody put him in deeper than
then he was
able to go.
ready to go. Yeah. Boy, there's a boy over at our McDonald's who likes me, and I mean more like, oh, mom, you know. He thinks I'm his mom or something, or his grandma, maybe. I don't know. Abuelita, is that grandma?
I think so.
I think it is. Anyway, whatever. Don't quote me on that. I'm slowly picking up more words from these people. But anyway, he fancies me. He loves me. He always says something nice to me. And whenever he passes me out a drink, he always pets my hand. And it like I said, it's not a crush. It's nothing
No.
romantic. He just likes me a lot. And so I tell him gracias instead of thank you. And he goes, every time he gets about 3 inches taller and his chest puffs out.
Yeah.
It's the cutest thing. He just thinks that's wonderful that I'm trying to speak to him in
his native
Spanish.
language, yes.
He's such a nice boy. I hate it that he's working at McDonald's. I wish he had a better job somewhere else, you know? Because, okay, so this couple, I guess, bought all our local McDonald's from the people who had it before. And at first, the only people that they would hire were very, very young African Americans. But then they got rid of them and started hiring Mexicans with mostly poor English skills. And I'm wondering if they're hiring illegals and not paying a minimum wage.
Okay.
I think that's what's going on, which I really don't approve of.
No.
I really don't. It's an awful job. It's a hot, hard job. And I often think minimum wage isn't enough for what they have to do, you know? But to take advantage of somebody who doesn't have good options just because you can
That's low.
that's low. You know, in the Bible, okay, I'm sorry if you're not religious, but in the Bible, it tells you specifically several times to not take advantage of foreigners in your midst. It says that. Just like it says not to lead a blind person astray. You can't argue with that because that's what it says.
Yeah.
And it's very crystal clear. And I could probably find it 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times. And Moses really harped on it. You know, you must not do that. And people still do it, and kills me. They call themselves Christians and still do it. It drives me crazy. People drive me crazy. Like I said, I love dogs, but people make my head hurt. I need that t-shirt. I do. I need that t-shirt. Oh, it's got like 3 or 4 silhouettes of different breeds of dogs, and it says, I love dogs. And then underneath it says, people make my head hurt. Does that sound like a shirt for your
Yes,
daughter or what?
It certainly does.
I should wrap up this video. I've gone on a tangent about illegals and pedicures and t-shirts. I think that's about all I can carry on about, isn't it?
Probably.
Well, no, I'm sure if you gave me a few minutes, I'd find something else. I never fail for want of something to say. I've always got something to say. The problem is nobody wants to hear it. What, Ben?
You will see trigger next.
I'm telling you. Anyway, we're having a good dinner tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're having homemade beef noodles. And the beef is probably just about cool enough to tear up now.
Yep.
I cooked it I got up in the middle of the night to put that beef in the crock pot. And I wanted to put a big onion in with it because I like the onion flavor, you know? And do you think I had a big onion? No, I did not have a big onion. I had little bitty tiny overgrown pearl onions. I mean, they were little. And then I grabbed a knife and it wouldn't cut through the skin. I was like, what the hell? This knife is too dull. So I grabbed another knife and it wouldn't cut through the skin. And so I grabbed a third knife and it cut through, but there was hardly any onion left after I peeled it. So that went on and on. And the onions that I did peel were very hot onions. And I couldn't get the smell off my hands. And finally I had to wash my hands with a stainless steel knife to get the smell off my hands. But that's when I put the beef in the crock pot, and it cooked all day and smelled wonderful. And the broth left in the crock pot is gorgeous. Makes you want to take a drink of it. I mean, it's beautiful. So I think the beef noodles will probably be pretty good. And we haven't had them in a while.
Not a long time.
It's because beef is so expensive. I mean, it's a $17 beef roast in that crock pot.
Mm.
Actually, it wasn't, because I won't pay that for one. I just
Can't do it.
I can't do it. Can't afford it for one thing, but for another, I can't make myself do that. So I got it, buy one, get one free. So that made it
A quarter
$8.
less.
Yeah. No, that made it half price. Buy one, get one free.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that made it $8.50, $8.75, something like that. Which I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thrilled about it, but you know, I can deal with that. And we do love beef noodles. I'm tempted to make mashed potatoes. because I like my beef noodles on mashed potatoes. You know what? Do you know what? I will eat mashed potatoes on mashed potatoes. I just like mashed potatoes. We're potato eaters in this family. Even the dog eats potatoes.
Raw.
Raw potatoes. He used to steal them out of the kitchen and come get in bed with them and eat them. He hasn't
Yes,
done
he
that in a
did.
long time, has he, Chris?
Yep.
So, how was Guy's day today?
It was fun.
What'd you end up getting for lunch?
20-piece chicken nugget and a root beer. Ended up getting 4 extra nuggets.
Oh, I bet you were heartbroken.
No,
Did you have much change?
none. The taxes were higher than normal.
Well, no, that's okay. I just wondered. I don't know how much a 20-piece costs. Apparently $13. But anyway. Okay, I'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Got anything to add, Ben?
I wish we could go to Sheets soon.
Ben says, I wish we could go to Sheets soon. Chris, you got anything you want to add?
Nah.
I'm hungry. I'm going to go make dinner. Okay, thank you for joining us. Come see us Friday. And say a little prayer for me because I got to go to the grocery store tomorrow and I'm on a budget. And it's so hard for me to keep track of how much I've spent. Because I usually spend a couple $100 and
You need a little calculator to carry.
adding it up, $4, $7, $6, $3.75, and trying to go like that, it's very easy to lose your place.
Yes, it is.
Yesterday, I thought I had $19 in my cart, and when I went to check out, it was $19.01. I was pissed about it for half an hour. I still don't know how I was off by 1 cent. How are you off by 1 cent? You're either
didn't
off.
carry something.
Yeah, you're either off or you're not, you
Yeah.
know? But 1 cent.
Yeah.
I'm still salty. So come see us, like I said, on Friday, and I'll tell you how I did on my grocery list. And take care of yourself. And enjoy this beautiful weather, because pretty soon it's going to be hot. Enjoy yourself while you can. And we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.